Well, the second one we shot up in the San Juan Islands off the coast of Washington State, and I mean it was paradise. It was magnificent. There are three resident orca pods that inhabit the San Juan Strait in that area where we were shooting, J, K, and L pods. So seeing orcas out, while we were shooting with the animatronic whales was just normal. It's also a habitat for bald eagles. So, to see our national bird perched in trees, it was just incredible. But, it didn't quite match the magic of the first one. And I think it's because it didn't have Keiko. Keiko was still stranded in Mexico City, although there were, they were the early stages of plans to rescue him and get him out of Mexico. But and I think the reason the second film didn't do well is because there was a backlash to the fact that we were shooting, a movie about a free orca while the real one was in captivity. And Warner's got a lot of hate mail when we first announced it. And the third one actually came close to being the same kind of feeling as the first one because the second one didn't do well. They did approve a third one, but we shot it in Vancouver and off, in the local bays up there, and Warner's didn't want to even know about us. They just wanted us to deliver the movie for $20 million and get it released. But I think it had a great storyline, great performances, fantastic music and cinematography. And although I did tell Jenny Lou Tugin, the producer, that if for some reason Warner's wanted to do a Free Willy 4, I suggested we subtitle it Free Willy 4 Beating a Dead Horse.
Right.
So
no more story to be. Yeah, I see what you're saying. There's a scene in Free Willy 2 when the kids go into like that cove area, and they're like riding the the orcas around this little cove, and I've always that scene's incredible. Like I love that scene that he sort of jumps in the water with them. Is he really on a real orca in that scene, or was it like an animatronic type of thing under the water? Or I'm very curious.
No, they were actually free swimming animatronic whales. They were tethered out of the side of the orca to a generator, but they could swim freely. I mean, unlike the shark in Jaws, which had an opening on the right side, an opening on the left side, complete contraption on a sled, which could pitch forward and go underwater. These orcas, there were three of them actually, because Willy has a sister Luna and a brother Little Spot. They could actually be propelled by the flukes and the pecks, and they could spout water from the blowholes. So it was really ingenious the creatures that Walt Conti of Edge Innovations created, and completely believable. But we actually shot some of those scenes on location in a real cove in Washington. But the final scene, of course, with the fire, where they're surrounded by fire, was shot in a warehouse in Astoria, and the cove was actually built.
Wow. Yeah, I've always been super impressed with that scene. I'm like, this looks like these kids are really on the orcas here. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it was well directed, and Jason Richter had grown into his role as Jesse. Francis Capra and Mary Kay Shellhart were wonderful. It was just that after Goonies, the Free Willy cast was really the one that felt like family the most.